Welcome, 8th grade learners, to today's Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're tuning in because today we are tackling a massive algebraic milestone. We are going to learn exactly how to solve equations where our variables appear on both sides of the equal sign. Now, I know that might sound a little intimidating at first glance, but stick with me. By the end of our time together, you'll have the exact tools you need to completely master this.
Okay, let's dive right into this. The prophet Isaiah says, "Come now and let us reason together." I love starting with this thought because it beautifully establishes that math isn't just some random collection of rules designed to frustrate you. No way. It's essentially a divine invitation to reason and to practice order. We're learning how to logically think through a problem, and honestly, that's a skill that goes way, way beyond algebra. So here is our roadmap for today's Explainer. First, let us reason together, then bringing variables together, step-by-step equation solving, special cases to watch for, try these homework problems, and finally, education rooted in biblical morality.
Section 1. Let us reason together. Let's talk about why math actually matters.
You know, math is definitely not about just blindly guessing numbers until something magically fits. Not at all. Learning this algebra standard is an exercise in immense patience and order. When you have things happening on both sides of a situation, you have to think carefully. You have to maintain balance. And this directly mirrors how we apply faith and reasoning in real life. You are literally training your brain to handle complex, real-world problems that require a thoughtful, perfectly balanced approach.
Moving on to Section 2, bringing variables together. This is the big idea.
The big idea here? It's all about reunion. Imagine the equal sign as this great divide, like a river running right down the middle of your problem. You've got a variable, let's call it x, stranded on the left side and another x over on the right side. Our primary goal, our great balancing act, is that we absolutely must bring our separated variables together onto just one side of that river. We have to make the equation whole before we can even attempt to solve for the unknown.
So here is our action plan for getting that done. Step 1. We eliminate one variable by using opposite or inverse operations. Step 2. We simplify things by adding or subtracting that exact same variable term from both sides. Remember, the equal sign demands perfect fairness and justice. Whatever you do to one side, you absolutely must do to the other. Finally, Step 3. Once the variables are happily reunited on one side, you just finish solving using those basic techniques you already know.
Section 3. Step-by-step equation solving. Let's look at some practical examples.
All right, let's look at example 1 together. 4x equals 2x plus 10. Notice we have an x on the left and an x on the right. We need to move the smaller one to join the larger one just to keep things positive and simple. So, step 1, we subtract 2x from the right side, which means, you guessed it, we must subtract 2x from the left side. 4x minus 2x leaves us with 2x. Now our newly simplified equation is beautifully balanced at 2x equals 10. Step 2, we just isolate the variable by dividing both sides by 2. And step 3, boom, we find our answer, x equals 5. Now check out a slightly longer one in example 2. 3x plus 5 equals 2x plus 8. It looks a little chunkier, but the logic remains exactly the same. First, let's reunite those variables. We subtract 2x from both sides. 3x minus 2x is just 1x, or simply x. So now we're looking at x plus 5 equals 8. From here, it's an absolute breeze. Step 2, we subtract our constant, 5, from both sides. And securely, we arrive at step 3, x equals 3. See, it's just step-by-step reasoning.
Section 4. Special cases to watch for. Always expect the unexpected. You know, sometimes equations literally try to trick us, so we need to be highly vigilant. Take example 3. 5x plus 1 equals 5x minus 3. Let's just follow our rules. We subtract 5x from both sides to reunite the variables. But wait, 5x minus 5x is 0 on both sides. The variables completely disappear. We're left with step 2, which states 1 equals negative 3. Now ask yourself, does 1 equal negative 3? Absolutely not. So, the crucial takeaway here is that when you get a false mathematical statement like this, it means there is no solution. No matter what number you plug in for x, this equation will never, ever be true. So, here is a comparison you'll definitely want to remember. A no-solution scenario happens when all the variables cancel out and you're left staring at a completely false statement, like 5 equals 2 or 1 equals negative 3. In total contrast, an infinite solution scenario happens if the variables cancel out and you are left with a completely true statement, like 6 equals 6. If you see that true statement, it means every single number in the universe will actually work as a solution. Pretty cool, right?
Section 5. Try these homework problems. Now it's your turn to reason.
I've got 5 carefully chosen homework problems for you to try. I highly encourage you to literally hit pause on the explainer right here. Grab a pencil, grab some paper, and write down these 5 equations. 6x equals 2x plus 20. 4x plus 3 equals 6x minus 5. 3x minus 4 equals 2x plus 1. 5x plus 2 equals 5x plus 10. And finally, 7x minus 3 equals 2x plus 12. Practice the balancing act for yourself. Use those inverse operations. Bring the variables together, and hey, watch out for any tricky special cases, especially on problem number 4. Go ahead and test your reasoning skills.
Section 6. Education rooted in biblical morality. We call this the heroesmart philosophy.
You see, learning algebra is absolutely fantastic, but we really need to understand the deeper purpose behind our studies. As the HeroesMart Academy Godly Learner series teaches, they intentionally intertwine biblical morality with education for a very specific reason. Education without morality will ultimately hurt. Really think about it. What is the point of being incredibly smart, knowing exactly how to balance complex algebraic equations, if you completely lack a moral compass and continue making bad choices in your life that hurt yourself and the people around you? True education requires both intellect and character.
And that brings us to a beautiful promise found in Romans chapter 8, verses 6 through 7. It promises genuine peace of mind to everyone who keeps their mind spiritual. When we approach our daily experiences, yes, even something like an 8th grade math assignment, with a spiritual mindset that truly values truth, fairness, and order, we find a profound peace of mind.
So, I want to leave you with this final provocative thought as we wrap up today's explainer. As you sit down to solve today's equations and reunite those separated variables, ask yourself, how are you going to use your expanding education and your moral reasoning to bring true balance and peace to your own life? Mathematical balance is just the beginning. The real goal is a balanced, grounded, and deeply purposeful life. Thank you so much for reasoning with me today, and I absolutely cannot wait to guide you through our next topic.